start by covering our marketing systems. And by marketing systems, I mean how well we find and close new clients. Now, our goal here is it can be one of two things. Either we want to have more clients so that we can grow, or maybe we want to spend less time and effort to acquire the same number of clients, basically making us more profitable because we can spend our time on different things. So how can we improve, the way that we find and close client? Well, the first thing is you need to have a fixed time in your calendar to actually execute on your marketing. This is the number one mistake most people have, is they're just not spending enough time. So the way that you're going to do this, and we talked about this in the week where we talked about marketing, you have to fix time in your calendar to execute on your critical drivers. And of course, your critical drivers are going to be different depending on the marketing channel that you chose. But whatever it is, whether it's preparing posts for Instagram or, running ads or going out to events, you want to make sure that the time to actually get this done is in your calendar. The next thing is you'd want to track your performance. So we covered the funnel tracking, and I gave you the sheet to work with so that you can track your performance. If you do not track your performance, you don't really know if you're doing well or not. You don't know if you're improving, or you don't know if you have any problem until you're finding out you don't have a client to work with, and you're wasting your time. So you must actually do the work and track the performance of the work that you're doing. Now you're going to review that performance periodically. Now, when we talked about operations, we said that you're going to make daily documentation, and you're going to review your documentation weekly. So when you are tracking your performance, probably weekly, you're going to review that weekly as well, and you're going to review that monthly, and you're going to review that quarterly as well. Now, during these reviews, there are two types of reviews. The first one is, again, the weekly or monthly one, where you basically want to see that things are working as expected, or understand if there's any problem that you need to fix. This is kind of like maintenance, but this does not drive growth. So you want to schedule time, specific time, to actually thinking about growth, thinking about the questions of what action can I take right now to improve that performance. So you want to make sure that you have a scheduled thinking time. So just like 1 hour blocked out once in a quarter, so once in 3 months, to think about this specific question. And you can think about, hey, can we better understand the channel that we're working on? So can we learn new stuff? If our channel is LinkedIn, how can we learn to be better on LinkedIn? Maybe you can read some articles, maybe you can take some courses, maybe you can discuss with other people in our community that are operating on LinkedIn what's working right now, but really improve your channel understanding. Maybe there's new actions, based on the research and learning that you just did. Maybe there's new actions that you need to perform that you haven't been performing up until now. So maybe you can step up your game that way. Maybe you need to, if you want to do more or have more impact or just grow the amount of work that you can do on this channel, maybe you need to hire or delegate some of that work. So that's something that you'd want to consider as well. And at some point, you also want to ask yourself the question, do I need to open up a new channel? Now, I've mentioned this previously. It's not a good idea to try to do too many things at once, but at some point, once you get the hang of it, once you already have a channel that's working and growing and systematically bringing you in clients, you might want to think about, hey, I want more clients, and this channel seems to be exhausted. I'm pretty good with that channel, but there's not that much growth in that anymore. So maybe I'll open up a new channel. That also will help to kind of de-risk my business in terms of I'm not going to rely on just one channel. I'll have multiple clients coming from multiple channels, and my business will be more stable. So again, this is a little bit more of an advanced question. I don't recommend you run out to open up a new channel immediately, but if you're already performing well and you're thinking about, remember the context here is thinking about what do you need to do to grow, then opening up a new channel can be a legit question and strategy.